Assalamu alaikum. I'm Fuad Ahmed, and this is CrisisDesk-AI and AI-powered crisis report classification and incident intelligence platform. We have used JavaScript, CSS, HTML for the front-end part of this project, and a framework, a Python framework, which is Django, is used for the backend of this project. If we see the architecture of this project, we can see this diagram shows overall architecture and the data flow of the crisis desk AI. The process starts with a citizen or crisis reporter who submits an incident through the crisis report UI. The report is then sent to our Django REST API, which acts as the main backend communication layer. Before processing the report, the system performs request validation. This ensures that the submitted data is valid. After validation, the report is passed to the AI processing uh, service, which is powered by Gemini Flashlight 3.0, and the AI analyzes the report and performs several intelligent triage tasks. It identifies the crisis category, detects the urgency level, generates a short incident summary, and recommends a suggested action for responders. Next, the report passes through our duplicate detection service. This checks whether a similar report from the same location or incident already exists in the system. Related reports can then be grouped through incident clustering, helping prevent responders from treating multiple reports about the same crisis as completely separate incidents. The processed report is stored in the persistent database. From the stored data, the backend provides two major outputs. The Analytics API provides statistics, crisis insights, while the Crisis Queue API provides the operational lists of the incidents and their priorities. Finally, both are presented through the Crisis Command dashboard, where responders can monitor incidents and quickly focus on high priority and critical emergencies. Now, if we open our website from this deployment service we used, which is Render, you can see that I have already posted two reports here, which has been marked as critical, and both are duplicates since both are came from the for the same location. There are no pending reports because those resolve pending reports has been solved already. We can see a real-time analytics here where the category, you can see the its category, from which category the incident has been reported, for the which category it is was fire, and both are resolved, and the urgency was critical for both of them. We have this filtering system where you can search with the location, the reporter, and the description. Let's that's this is the fire incident has been marked as the incident where the AI, the urgency was critical, status was resolved. There was a confidence mark for the first one. The location was given, AI summary of the report they posted, and the AI also suggested an action for that report. We got an incident report here, which is telling us that two reports are linked to this same incident. And the first report came from this, as this is filtered as newest to oldest. So the first report was came from this report, is the first one report. So the first report was given like in English, and the second, as you can see, is given in Bangla. But the AI detected both of these languages and gave us this summary where both of the incident are same. And we can see that the incident report, where we can the whole activity timeline where the incident was created, and then the status was changed in for to in review, then it was assigned to the fire department or the solution, and then it was after resolving the solution problem, it is showing resolved, and we can see the whole timeline and the reporter of the both of the reportees. This dashboard also refreshes all on its own every 15 seconds, and we have added two buttons for reporting. Here is the reporting dashboard. Let's input something here. Okay, let's As you can see, this report has been marked as crime, and the urgency is critical. And they gave us a summary, and the confidence level is also given. And if we go to our dashboard again, we can see that it refreshed again, and the reports have been pending request accidents. There, we can see the live analytics, or it's a crime incident, and it's pending and it's critical, and we can filter it as, let's say, the and as you can see, it only Tejgaon came. And if we clear the filters, we can see that it's only fire and crime. Also, you can, this is the start date. We can also filter by date, and this is the end date. We have categories for different incidents. As you can see, the first one was fire, and this is a crime. And we have all other many kinds of incidents here also. And we have urgencies: critical, high, medium, low. All status is pending, in review, granted. As you can see, the pending was is the only one, and this is pending. And the resolved, we have this resolved. And that's only showing the Mirpur incident. The newest first, oldest first. Let's just do that out. Oldest, newest first, and the oldest first. If we give the first, yes, the Mirpur one is showing first, since this is the old incident. Okay, now we have this. I have added a Swagger API documents here for the viewers. Here they can test all the uh, operations here. Like, let's say you want to do delete, so let's try it out. If we add the report here, we can get the report ID from here. We have, see, incident ID here, as you can see. If we copy this incident ID, let's copy it from here, and let's paste it here, execute. As you can see, the operation has been successfully done. And let's wait for 15 seconds, or we can just refresh it. Here, one incident has been deleted, the Tejga one. And we can do all sorts of operation here from this API. And that's it for our presentation.